But I focus on foods that have high nutritional content but are low in calories, and that really allows me to eat large volumes of food. I don't really have to concentrate so much on, counting calories. Because we want to encourage new cell production, kind of get that turnover going, produce more collagen. So I'm really excited to see what this is all about. Ooh, wait a minute, that kind of hurt. Hold on. Hold on, I can feel these needles.
Finally be riding on my way. Finally woke up with some luck in the book. I don't give a what someone say. Finally got my friends in the back of my roller. We gon' make it big one day. We gon' make it big, I say. We gon' make it big, just stay in there. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses. Smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment. Stay in the moment with me. You woke up from a while. Haven't seen you smile since December. Ripped your heart, got a brand new one since you got lost in November. See it in your eyes when we leave for the night. Way too many heartbreaks still on your mind. Let the flame burn down for a while. Let the flame blur out for a while. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses. Smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment. Stay in the moment with me.
Hello sister friends, and welcome to Born to Be Zesty. If you're new here, my name is Tori, and on my YouTube channel I focus on fashion, beauty, and lifestyle, primarily for the fierce and fabulous over 40, but all are welcome to enjoy the zesty flavors. I also share my passions for food, fitness, and home decor, so if any of those topics interest you, I hope you'll stay around. Okay girls, the time has come. I am over the summer wardrobe room. I've been trying to wait for the temperatures to drop because it is just still so hot here in Dallas. But I'm over it. But we did get like a bit of a reprieve. We had a rainstorm that came in the other day, so the temperatures have dropped a little bit more. But at this point, I need a new vibe. I need a refresh. Really, I need to go through my fall wardrobe so I can see what I have, what I need to get rid of, and what I need. But in doing that, I may as well go ahead and do the project. You know what I'm saying? So it's time. We didn't get to do it in the last vlog. I was pressed for time. I had a lot going on. I ended up having an emergency. I had to move around and get out of town a little bit sooner than I anticipated. But the day has come, and we are going to tear this apart, bring in the fall gear, clean it all up, bring in some nice warm autumnal colors, and get into the fall vibes. So I've stalled long enough. Let's get to it. So I've made a bit of progress. I did take out all of the hanging things that I know I wanted to go ahead and put back in the main closet, as well as the things that I know need to go in storage. I still need to go through the drawers because most of the stuff in the drawers are like little shorts and like little summer, like, you know, tanks. It really would be too soon for me to pack that stuff away in storage because, let's see. Yeah, we're going to creep back up into the 90s. So it's really too soon for me to pack that stuff away. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the drawers, put it in drawers in the master suite where I can still access it. I just hate doing double the work. Like, I'm one of those people, like, I like to touch it once and be done with it. I don't know. So I've got to figure that part out. I packed up most of the shoes, but that's the other portion where things kind of get sticky. This is really like always a love-hate project for me because once I get everything in here and I start like the merchandising, like I love that part. It's the kind of, you know, going through the decision making of like what I want to bring in, because I need to have my essentials so that I can get dressed, also so that I can shoot content, which is a big part of this right now, is that I need to have the garments and accessories and things available to me so that I can shoot relevant content, because most of the country, you know, is heading into true fall temperatures. So I need to have that stuff accessible to me without having to dig for it. And again, just not knowing, you know, what I have. So I did pack up most of the shoes, but even with that, oh, by the way, I get these containers at the Container Store. I use 2 different sizes. This size is perfect for just like, you know, a regular sized shoe. And then I use this size, which I think is a men's shoe box, for like those larger shoes that have, you know, bigger heels and stuff like that. I love these. How cute are those with the gold heel and the feathers and the mesh up front? I got these for, I think I got these for an outfit that I wore for my 50th birthday. It was fabulous. I also, like, some of these shoes I can't put away yet because I need to switch out the shoe boxes. So things that are in the main closet in shoe boxes, some of those need to come in here, and then I can put the rest of the shoes in those shoe boxes. I just don't have enough space in any one place to have all of the shoes in a shoe box. I just don't. Before I go further, I need to figure out 2 things. A, what I want my color palette to be, because that will really kind of determine which of the, you know, fall garments come in here, as well as the shoes that go ahead and come in for now. I mean, of course, this time of the year, I generally just go for neutrals to keep it simple. You know, white, gray, navy, tan or camel, brown, and black, which is probably what I will do. But like, I've got some great red pieces that I want to bring in, some beautiful Bordeaux's. So I've got to figure that portion out. And my denim situation down here is getting a little bit out of control. I'm thinking that I may want to get some of this out of here. So I'm thinking that maybe I want to tuck away some of the white denim, as well as some of like the lighter colored denim. Lighter colored denim I generally only wear, you know, in spring and summer. I'm not a stickler for like those seasonal rules. I absolutely wear white in the winter. I wear white year round. But oddly enough, I am a little funnier about denim. Isn't that crazy? Just the way the mind works, you know? So I'm trying to decide if I want to move some of that stuff out of here, or this is my purge so far. There's like a basket down there where I have like a lot of like little summer cord sets. I could potentially, once I take that stuff out of there, I can move some of the white and lighter colored denim into that basket. That could work. Once I decide on the color palette, and then I can decide on shoes, That will help me to determine what goes over here on the shoe and handbag wall. Switch out my handbags, bring the fall and winter handbags in, and put the summer bags away. It's a project. In this space, I always need to feel inspired and calm. Things need to be very organized and easily accessible. So once I work through the color palette, which is really what I need to focus on right now, then I can kind of decide what's going to come in here and what's going to go. I think what I may do while I'm kind of working through that in my brain is I'm going to bring my tubs with my fall pieces in here. That way I think I'll go ahead and switch out stuff in the drawers. And then while I'm doing that, I can kind of think about what I want the color palette to be about. Because if you look at this rolling rack right here, those are some of the pieces that I've brought in for now that I would generally, you know, bring in for the fall. But like these colors look horrible together. I gotta figure that out. Yeah, most of the stuff in my fall tub is still quite heavy, so it's definitely not quite time to break these out just yet. I probably have, you know, till the end of October before any of this stuff will come out. But I did go through and I pulled out all of this stuff here that needed to come out of those drawers. So all of this stuff I will go ahead and pack away in this drawer. I'm going to go ahead and do like all of my like knit jersey pants and like kind of knit jersey like cohorts and things like that. Things that are, you know, comfortable but still put together. You guys know I prefer to wear like a tailored knit jersey pant over like a sweatpant. I like to feel a little more put together, if you will. This lighting is so terrible. You see I keep moving the camera. I just have all these shadows on my face, these harsh shadows that just look crazy. But anywho, so I am going to, what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and put this stuff in the drawer, put this stuff someplace where I can put it away tomorrow, because right now I have a date with the husband to watch some football. So I just want to make this so that I can actually walk in here in the morning, and then I'm going to go check to make sure if he needs any snacks, and then we are going to have a football night. So we will pick up here where we left off in the morning. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. So this is the disaster area, better known as my office and wardrobe room. I did a pretty good job of dismantling the place last night. Good morning. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm getting myself together and I'm going to go to the gym. I want to get a nice, good, solid leg workout this morning. And then we'll come back and tackle this space and make it into a workable place. Get some endorphins pumping, some good energy going so that I can really kind of get in flow and get myself motivated for this. Got to get my mind right for this project because I still have quite a few things that I need to both remove from the space, bring into the space, gotta clean everything up, you know, all the things. I need some good motivational energy, so we're gonna hit the gym. So I'm just wearing one of my fabulous sets from Halara. You guys know they are my absolute favorite activewear brand. I love this one, and the color is so bright and cheerful. I'm definitely gonna walk into the gym looking like a pink highlighter, but it's all good with me. Super cute. It's got the cute like little mesh detailing in the back. pockets at the hips. Like, it's adorable and I love it, and it's so comfortable. Feels really good on the skin. I know they look like they're super duper tight, but they're not. Like, if you follow my vlogs and my hauls, you guys know I'm a huge fan of Hilaris activewear because it not only performs, it's super comfortable and it looks amazing. So I'm gonna finish packing up my bag. My gloves in here. Drinking my pre-workout. Got my water bottle with me. And yeah, so let me just grab like a little sweatshirt or jacket or something to throw on, and then I'll see you all in the car. Okay, so I am en route. The gym's about 8 minutes from my house, so that's super convenient. But I figured now would be a great time for us to chat about how things are going with my wellness journey and the different things that I have started to incorporate, as well as the things that I was trying to remove. So one of the things that I was incorporating into my routine was making sure that I take, you know, a walk of some sort, do some type of activity after meals to ensure that my body was using up those nutrients and removing that excess glucose out of my system and pushing it into muscles to be sure that it can be utilized and not just be laying dormant in my bloodstream. So I've done a really good job with that. That part was a very easy addition to my regular routine. Generally, I end up, like, once I go out there and I start walking, I really enjoy it. Like, it was kind of, you know, I think initially I said I was going to walk for at least, you know, a minimum of 10 to 15 minutes, but I just find that it is very relaxing. It helps me to kind of clear my head. Really, any kind of like physical activity, like exercising and gardening and all of those things, cleaning the house, I find it very cathartic, and I'm able to just kind of get into a zone, get into a very peaceful place where I can just kind of be in sync with my thoughts and in sync with my body, and I really enjoy it. So I say all that to say that I generally end up walking for about, you know, a minimum of 45 minutes. So that part I'm very much enjoying, and I will definitely continue on that path. Let's see, the two things that I was supposed to be, that I was working to eliminate was, one, drinking adult beverages at home alone, because I mentioned before, my husband does not drink, and I am not, like I said, by any means a heavy drinker, but on my journey to kind of work on some improvements in my body composition, I definitely needed to remove those excess calories and sugar from my diet. And I've been doing really great in that arena too. I'm very, very proud of myself. Because like I said, in the evenings when I go into, you know, like go into downtime, I like to enjoy a nice little nightcap, but I have not been doing that. I have been reserving the spirits for, you know, social hour. So I've been doing very good in that respect too. It took me a minute though to, and the third thing was to eliminate the nighttime popcorn. That's my go-to evening snack. I do air popped popcorn because it's nice and light in calories. Like I said, it's not that there is a problem with the popcorn per se in terms of its calorie content or anything like that. It's the grains, and I do notice that when I consume grains, I have a high degree of inflammation. So it took me a minute to kind of get that out of my system. I think it was more mental than anything, just because it had just kind of become like a habit when I'm up late. And that's the other thing. The other part of that was trying to regulate my sleep patterns. I haven't quite gotten that down. That's always been a challenge for me, so I knew that that would be one of my biggest challenges. I tend to wake up at the same time every day, and that part is really good. Going to sleep, as I mentioned before, going to sleep and waking at the same time every day. Sunday to Sunday, every single day, no matter whether it's a weekend or not, going to sleep and then waking at the same time every day is the most optimal sleep patterns for your body and your overall health. So whereby I do a really good job of waking up at the same time. I think my internal clock, wow, like, y'all, this four-way stop, I just don't understand. They need to put a light here. Anyone who has watched my life, or I just need to stop coming this way because it just infuriates me every time. This is not difficult. Why do people not know how to do this? What was I saying? So yes, although I do a good job of waking up at the same time every day, I think my internal clock just literally like boom, like right on the dot, I'm able to wake up at the same time. It's the going to sleep. And the going to sleep part is the part that I've always had a problem with. As I mentioned before, I've suffered from insomnia for years. When I get ready to like relax, it's like that's when all the apps decide to open up in my brain. And then just like I close one app and four more open. And so I'm just wired and going all over the place. So that part I'm still working on. That part is, continues to be a bit of a challenge for me. Just kind of wanted to, touch base on some of my progress and the lack of in certain areas. So I do still have some work to do in terms of creating those better habits and routines. But I feel really good about my progress. You have to give yourself grace and, understand that, things are just not easy. If they were, everybody would do it and everyone would be walking around living in, these optimal health conditions and all the things. So I do, acknowledge and respect how difficult, weight loss, body recomposition, good dietary habits, all of those things, it's not an easy process by any stretch of the imagination. So for anyone out there who is working, towards some new health and fitness goals, give yourself grace. Know that every day is, if you fall short on one day, you can start again the next, and you start as many times as you need, or restart rather, as many times as you need to until you get it figured out and get it worked out. Don't restart. Don't let your mind say, oh, it's okay that I screwed up today, I'll just restart. That's not what I'm saying. You want to try to stick to those goals, try to stick to daily goals, and then those daily goals turn into weekly habits and you build upon them. But just know that if you fall short one day, you can start over. But try to get to a place where, something sticks. And once that thing sticks, then you can continue to build upon those processes. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. We kind of haven't recapped in terms of where I've been and how things have been going thus far, but I'm pretty proud of myself. And like I said, by no means am I where I want to be. I definitely have, more work to do. There are always improvements that can be made, especially when it just comes to just overall wellness. So, and it's a journey. It's a lifetime journey. Trust and believe it is truly a marathon, but it's one that I'm here for. It makes me feel good mentally, physically, spiritually. It makes me feel good to know that I'm doing something good for myself. Especially when you have a family and loved ones that you take care of, it is so important to take care of self first, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. So make sure you are feeding yourself. Feed your soul, feed your mind, feed your body. Give yourself what you need and reserve some of that goodness for you so that you can be in position to be at your best for those that you love and nurture. So anywho, that's where I am right now. We're going to go in and get this leg workout going. I also want to stop by Target on my way home. About a week or so ago, I picked up this reed diffuser to put in the watering closet in the master bath. It's my husband's bathroom. I don't use that bathroom. But I bought this. Again, if you're married, you know. If you're married and you live with a man, you know. My girlfriends and I have this conversation all the time, and it's so funny because we're almost like, oh no, that's his bathroom. I don't use that bathroom. Trevor would kill me if he was watching this. I picked up this reed diffuser that I put in there, and it smells incredible. And I need to go in and grab a couple of more to put in all of the rest of the bathrooms. This scent, I can't remember what it's called, but I know, like, when I see it, I feel like I'll recognize it. It smells like a well-dressed man, and oh my God. Like, honestly, like, even when I just walk past the watering closet, you know, in my ensuite, I can smell it, and it smells so good. And I feel like it's perfect for the fall because it does have a more of kind of like an oud, kind of a, you know, a little bit deeper, richer aromas for it. And I will say, although I do like gourmand scents on myself, I don't like them in my house. I don't like to smell food. As you guys know, whenever I'm cooking, I always burn candles because I just do not like my house to smell like food. And like those candles that have like the, you know, appley, cinnamony, pumpkiny, I don't like any of that. Pears and all that kind of thing. I don't like that. That sweet smelling, fruity smell in the house. Yeah, that's a no. What I do like in that regard, the most I can do, I kind of like, you know, I can manage like the grapefruity or lemony, citrusy kind of things, but not those like sweet, edible, fruity. It just makes me nauseous. So anywho, as I'm saying this to you guys so I can remind myself to do it, because I do remember that when I purchased that one, they didn't have a lot of them. So I want to stop in there and pick up a couple of those along the way. I'm sure there's some other things that I need from Target, but it's, y'all, I try not to go in Target. Target is a trap. It's the trap house. You go in Target for something that costs $5 and you come out $250 later. Now, granted, if I just would go in and go straight to what I needed and go back to the register, I would be okay, but who does that? Like, if y'all are able to do that, let me know. My discipline is not that. I have to walk around and see what else they have because I'm there in the store, and I don't like to go to the store. I like to have everything delivered. So if I'm there, I need to walk around and ensure that there's nothing else that I need. So let me try to think about what it is that I need so I can try to be focused. That's what I do. I walk in and the whole time I'm going focus, focus, focus. But do I ever focus? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Anyway, girls, I am here at this gym. Let's go get this workout in. We've got work to do when we get home, so I have no time to waste. All right, I will see you guys in a bit. Bye-bye. Harley for a walk. Well, I got back, had myself some lunch, took Harley for a walk to have my post-meal walk, staying on top of that. Made myself a little magic mind because I need some focus in order to tackle this disaster area that I've got going on here. But I did stop by Target, so I wanted to show you guys what I picked up. So I just got some more toothpaste. I use this in conjunction with my snow whitening wand. I'm actually going to end up ordering the snow whitening toothpaste and the toothbrush. It's just a lot of these systems just are more effective when you use them all together, but I do really like this one. So picked up a little bit of that. This is a 2-pack, and I think the 2-pack was like $12.99, which is a really great deal because I think the single unit is like $11, like $10.99. So definitely want to get the 2-pack. So I picked up that. I picked up some more deodorant. I really like the Lumi all over body deodorant. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I do prefer the invisible cream and the unscented. I like it much better without the fragrance. I don't know, something about those fruity smells for me. Yeah, they go tart in my opinion or something, but whatever it is, I just don't like them. So I get with the invisible cream all over body deodorant. I also have the one in a tube, and I think that one is in like a tangerine sage. I don't mind that one so much, but I do use this. I absolutely love it, and I use it everywhere. I use it in the pits, under the boobs, in the crotch, you know, all the things. I like to keep it, you know, you guys know me, I'm kind of earthy crunchy. I like to keep it natural. Don't want the aluminum under my pits and all the things. And then I picked up this candle. So where are my glasses? I can't see. So this brand, what is the brand? Oh, so they're by Threshold. They're Threshold, and so is the Reed diffuser that I was telling you guys about. So they're by Threshold. This one is the Black Honey Vanilla, and it has notes of almond, rum, spiced caramel, and musk. And it is a soy wax coconut blend, which I really like because that, you know, the candles that I make at home, the siblings candles, are also a coconut wax blend. I think they burn really, really well, and they project very well. So this is the Black Honey Vanilla. It smells divine. I think I'm gonna put this one in the kitchen. And then I did pick up the Reed diffuser that I went in there for. Dude, I'm so glad I went because I literally bought the last one. So I'm gonna either have to stop by another Target to get one for the 3rd bathroom or just wait for them to restock and just, you know, keep checking back in. But the fragrance is olive leaf and oud. It smells so good. And these were priced really well. They're like $10 each, which is a really great price. And this has notes of geranium, rose, amber, and desert oud. Okay, no wonder I like it so much because I absolutely love geranium, amber, and rose, and they go so well together. I can tell you guys, this smells like a handsome, well-dressed man, and I absolutely love it. So I did really well. Those were the only things that I picked up at the Trap House, aka Target. I did manage to stay on track. We are back here in this, girl, there's just stuff everywhere. I want to go for a really rich, warm color palette. I think I'm going to focus, I am going to keep the neutrals, but I think I'm going to incorporate reds, burgundies, and chocolate brown. I think that's gonna look really nice. And I've never gone deep like that with my color palette in here, but I'm currently obsessed with the burgundy. I always love the color. You guys know that like it's probably one of my favorite lipstick colors for the fall and winter seasons. And I really do like the color, and I have quite a few pieces in this color. I think I have 3 handbags in this color. I just ordered a pair of shoes. They are delicious. I cannot wait for them to get here. I think that because the color is trending and it's just in my face everywhere right now, it's just kind of really bringing it to the forefront to me, and really making me have a little bit more focus on it, because I do love it. I think it's such a beautiful color. And you guys know I'm a vampire. For those of you who don't know, I am a self-admitted vampire in all the best ways possible. You know, all the gifts and the good powers and all the things. You know, there might be a little bit of darkness and a little bit of sexy vamp in there too, but you know, not like the blood-sucking kind of thing or whatever. Like I pour into people, I don't take from them. Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm gonna go that way. I think that'll be really pretty, and it'll be something that I haven't done in the space before, so I think that will be very, you know, motivating and inspiring, kind of bring out, you know, my inner vampy spirit. Plus, dark romance is also still really trending strong, and I'm really into that vibe. For me, that vibe kind of meshes with that bohemian chic kind of motif, you know, because of like the lace and the flow and the sheer and, you know, all the things, but like more of like a street or a city chic bohemian kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Like that edgy piece of it. So I think I'm gonna go in that direction. Before I start to put anything in place, I'm gonna go ahead, wipe everything down, get it all cleaned up, get some of this stuff off of the floor and put away so that I can move like the things that I took out of the space. And then we will start placing some things and try to bring this space back to life. So let's get to it. Good morning. Okay, so we are now on day 3 of this project. Clearly, I've been lacking focus, but I've been spending time with my husband, so I don't feel like it has been time wasted. I need to wrap this up because I have work to do and I cannot work in this space. I don't know about you, clutter literally gives me a headache and I can't focus. So I need to get this done today. I've kind of got this top section where I want it to be, so I need to bring in the bottoms that will kind of mirror the color palette that I have going here. I kind of started playing with the handbags here, although I will say over here there's no black in yet, and it's unrealistic for me to think that I don't need my black pieces in here, so I got to figure that out. And I also got this bottom section down here done, which has just like shorts and mini skirts and like little things like that. I still have all of the things here that I need to put away, and I haven't brought in the new shoes and things yet. This is some of the stuff that I pulled out of the fall bin that I will place in the drawers. And as you can see right here, I just got some Amazon packages delivered, so I'm about ready to rip into those to see what's inside. Because I don't know about y'all, but Amazon delivers to my house every day, so I have no idea what's in there. First, I'm going to bring in the shoes. That way I can get all of these shoes and handbags off the floor and get those put away so that I can legit move around in here without killing myself. And then I will bring in the bottoms that are going to go in this section, and then I can finish off with, I usually do like shoes, handbags, and sunglasses in these open sections. Can you guys see that? In these open sections here behind me. So yeah, I think I'm going to start with the shoes, and we'll just tick away at it until I get this thing done, because I have got to wrap it up today.
You say it's special, one of a kind, one of the better boys. I'm on your level, that's what you say, but all I hear is noise. I don't have time for trying my luck. I've been too hurt before. You're not that special, just give it up. I think I've had enough. I'm too busy loving my friends. I ain't got no love to spare for you. I'ma be that girl to the end. It don't really matter what you do. Guess I have to tell you again, 'cause you haven't got the news. Boy, you really need to understand that I don't wanna be your girlfriend. No, I don't wanna be your girlfriend. All I want is time with my girlfriend. So I don't wanna be your girlfriend. I know you want me, boy, I can tell. So deep under my spell. Sorry, not sorry that I'm no help, 'cause I'm full of myself. Boy, don't you worry, you'll find someone who wants you back, but that is not me. So give it up, haven't you had enough? I'm too busy loving my friends. I ain't got no love to spare for you. I'ma be that girl to the end. It don't really matter what you do. Guess I have to tell you again, 'cause you haven't got the news. Boy, you really need to understand that I don't wanna be your girlfriend. No, I don't wanna be your girlfriend. All I want is time with my girlfriend's girlfriend. So I don't wanna be your girlfriend. No, 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 no. Girlfriend. No,
wardrobe room slash office refresh is complete. Well, I say complete. It's about 99.9% complete. And that's just because I ordered 2 pairs of sunglasses and a pair of shoes that have yet to arrive. They're due today, but I wanted to quickly walk you guys through what I did to refresh, revive, and to give the wardrobe room a little fall vibe. So I'll just start here on the shoe wall, which basically, because I ended up not putting any of the black here with the garments on the main wardrobe wall. So because of that, I decided to just keep the black out here on the shoe wall because it wasn't going to make quite as much of a cohesive statement if I had put it over here on the wardrobe wall. So I just went head to toe black on this side, and I kind of mirrored that same concept over here with the whites and the cream. I decided to put this closer to the wardrobe unit because I do have quite a bit of like white and cream hanging here. So having that adjacent to the wardrobe wall just made sense. It does a great job of complementing the wardrobe wall, and it makes a cohesive statement as it kind of just blends in to where the creams and the whites start here. As you guys can see, on each side, I've got the shoes facing one another. I really like it when you can see like the heels and like the details of the shoe. I also decided to kind of make these 2 columns mirror one another. So up top we have each of those shoes like has like a nice heel and an ankle strap, and then when you come down to the next level, each of these 2 shoes has like a bold print of some sort. If you come down the next step, closed toe shoe with some sort of ankle detail, nice pointy heel. Again, you come down to the next level, we've got kitten heels on either side. Next level down, I've got a mule on either side, and then at the bottom I put the weightiest shoes, and each of these at the bottoms we've got a Mary Jane. So the 2 shoe columns somewhat mirror one another in terms of the type of shoe that is being represented on each shelf. So here in the next space I have all of the garments that I decided to bring in, and I always have it such that the top and bottom mirror one another in terms of the overall color scheme. So what you see at top will be reflected in what you see in the bottom. It does not create visual noise. With all of the pants, I do make sure to take the time to ensure that they're all folded the same way and hanging the same way on the bar. That again helps you to make sure that everything is flush. I try to make sure that they are all hanging at approximately the same length. You know, of course you will have some pants that are longer than the others, some are capris and things of that nature, but it's just really all about the way that you place them on the racks. Again, it helps to make everything look very clean. Despite how many garments you have on there, it doesn't have a look of clutter and it doesn't look messy. All of the tops, I make sure that everything is buttoned, that it's hanging properly on the hanger. Again, if it has a belt, I belt the belt. Making sure that I take care of the garments so that when I go to wear them, nothing has gotten tangled or mangled and you don't risk, you know, something getting torn or ripped or things of that nature. And like I said before, it just makes them hang much nicer. And when you take the time to do those things, it makes getting dressed feel more like a shopping experience, like shopping a really nice high-end boutique. And in my opinion, it just makes your garments look more luxurious. With the items that have longer sleeves, you will have seen as I was going through, I would go through and like take the sleeve and pull them so that nothing is like tucked in, all of that kind of thing. Again, making sure that they're all hanging flush so that when you release them, it just looks so nice. It looks like, you know, you really just took time with your pieces. It gives the feeling that you really care about the garments, and it just makes the overall display look very clean. And again, it creates that boutique feel and it gives you a more luxurious shopping experience. And I did the same thing here, whereas the color scheme down here kind of mirrors what we've got going on the wall. There's not as much color here, so I did it in a way that for me made the most sense in somewhat repeating what you see in this section. And then here with all of the skirts, I do take the time to, for the ones, the side that is facing forward, the forward facing side that you'll be able to see, I take the clamp and I move it all the way over to the end. And then the garments that are hanging on them, I line them up so that they're flush with the hanger. So when you put them into the wall, all of the garments are hanging flush. It makes it all look very intentional, gives that high-end luxury boutique feel, and it doesn't give you that visual clutter of having things kind of jutted in and out. Again, helping to make sure that you're really taking care of the garments, not just with the way that you launder them, but also with the way that they are displayed. I just kind of did a small array of handbags and shoes. There's so much negative space up there, and I'm very conscious of that. And so you can see that area when I'm shooting like styling videos and reels. So I did want to make sure that I had something up top. I did a fairly good job of making it such that there's not a huge clash in colors from top to bottom. It's unrealistic for me to not have like my black bags and a few black shoes and things like that in here, because those are things that I use on a daily basis where I can go into my closet and just grab a blouse or a pair of pants or something like that. I have the handbags actually stored away and I didn't want to have to dig for that. So the ones that I use on a more consistent basis, I went ahead and brought into the space. Same thing for those neutral bags that you can see up here in the corner. Now, one thing that I always do pretty much here over this garment section, I almost always do something very neutral up there because I don't want those colors to clash with the garments below. So pretty much no matter what kind of color palette I put in this area, I will almost always go neutral on the shoes up top. It keeps the color clash down and doesn't create a lot of visual noise. You can see that I just kind of did them all in colors that kind of reflect what we have going on here in this area, but I did them in little color collections. So we've got like the chocolate browns, and then we've got the bolder reds, bringing that down into the Bordeaux. And then here I've got like my jewelry and perfumes. Top, I've got some of, you know, the bolder metallics, just keeping that with the gold right now because I decided to go with warmer colors. So silver would not make sense at this juncture. And then here I've got kind of a mix of chocolate brown and gold. Transitioning from that gold up top into that chocolate brown made sense. And then when we come down here, same thing, continuing that same color story. And I like these bags because again, they have a little bit of a neutral tone to them as well. Continue kind of that same color story. I've got some chocolate brown boots and then some boots that, you know, have got a little bit more flair, but it does bring in all of those same colors that are represented throughout the wardrobe wall down into the skirt, down into the mini skirts and shorts. So here you can see a better job, a better visual of the neutrals. I do pay attention to where there is going to be negative space, and so because of that, as you can see, I do use risers throughout. So any place where there's going to be like dead space, I try to minimize that by creating elevation with the risers, and also makes it such that you have a better visual of all of the items in each section. But they do a really good job of creating height so that I minimize that negative space. So down here, I did end up kind of double stacking the denim. So there's 2 layers of denim across this pull-out. But I had to do that because before the way that I had it, like the denim kind of interfered with the hanging of the pants, and that was driving me a little bit crazy. You can see here in the areas where I decided to add sunglasses, The sunglasses, again, do a great job of complementing the handbags and the shoes that they are displayed with. And so this also is a means of kind of helping you to create accessory sets. So for example, this bag here has gold hardware, purple leather strip across it. Well, these sunglasses mirror that same kind of gold hardware with the purple effect, purple ombre effect on the lens. And of course, it goes perfectly with this bronze shoe as well as the gold bag behind it. So there is quite a bit of method in the madness of putting these things together. Again, here we've got the rich chocolate brown accented in gold. So I went with my gold aviators. It's got the deep amber lens. Here we've got the metallic gold shoe. And then again, same thing here, these Lorve sunglasses. Got that beautiful chocolate and kind of ombre lens with the gold hardware. And so all of these pieces, these accessory pieces, just do a great job of complementing one another. And so if you're on the run, like I can just grab this pouch and the sunglasses and they work very well together. And you will see that same kind of theme repeated throughout the wardrobe wall. And of course here I have my sunglasses, a few like pins for jackets and things, the little sunglass, you know, repair, screwdriver, whatever thingy bobs here. Earrings. Here I've got a little thing of like extra earring backs. And then I've got, you know, statement necklaces, more earrings and ear cuffs. Back here I have, again, my perfumes, more of my nicer pieces hanging here. And then this is mostly like bracelets and cuffs and like larger statement necklaces. I'm very happy with the outcome of the wardrobe room refresh. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I hope that some of my tips and tricks for organizing and creating a boutique feel in your wardrobe room or closet was helpful for you. Thank you so much for spending a portion of your day with me. I greatly appreciate it. Wherever you are in the world, I hope that you are walking in gratitude and that you are dreaming big and living even bigger. I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye!